The second problem gives us two other triangles. Triangle TSR congruent to triangle YXW, and then asks us RT is congruent to what side RT. So we could go ahead and we can look at it in terms of congruent corresponding angles. So angle T and Y would be congruent, T and Y. Angles S and X would be congruent, and angles R and W would be congruent. So I've just decided to make them each share the same markings. That means RT is the side between the R and the T. I'm sorry, between angle R and angle T, which means it's beside the 3 and the 1 marked angles, which would then correspond to WY, which is between the 3 and 1 marked angles. So we would have to write RT is congruent to WY. So notice that I put the W first here because the W and the R correspond. They're the corresponding angles. And I put the Y and the T second because the Y angle corresponds to the T. So not only do I have to get the line segment or the side of the triangle correct, I also have to get the order correct. Okay? So if you'll notice, RT takes us from the 3 marked angle to the 1 marked angle, and WY takes us from the 3 marked angle to the 1 marked angle. If we did this according to notation, RT would be the 3rd position of the first triangle followed by the 1st position. So what we would do is we would say that equals to the 3rd position in the 2nd triangle, which is W, followed by the 1st position, which is Y. So we would have RT here would be congruent to WY there. Okay, so again, you could make this drawing, or you could actually just do it by looking at the markings, the congruence notation of triangles, and then being very careful about position and location to complete the statement. So let's go ahead and look at problem number 3 here. Let's keep using these techniques. So we've got triangle GHI is congruent to triangle PIQ. Again, if we want, we could go ahead and mark angle G congruent to angle P. H is congruent to I, and Q and I in the first. Remember, we've got I in both of these, but this is the first triangle. So H in the first triangle is congruent to I in the second triangle. But here I in the first triangle is congruent to Q in the second triangle. We have to be very careful that we keep our triangles clear in our minds. So IG in the first triangle is taking us from the 3 marked angle to the 1 marked angle. That would be congruent to, therefore, hold on, be very careful. IG is going from the 3 mark to the 1 mark. So we have to go from the 3 mark to the 1 mark in the second triangle. That would be QP, right? So IG in the first triangle will go to QP in the second triangle. So this is QP. How else could we do it? Well, I is the 3rd position here. G is the 1st position. So that would be the same thing as doing the 3rd position, the second triangle first, which would be Q, followed by the 1st position, which is P. So we could say from the notation that IG is congruent to QP. Okay, so it's actually easy once you get the hang of it.